Welcome to the era of operational sovereignty in 2026. If you are a founder, a freelance professional, or a department head in the United States, you have likely hit the glass ceiling of execution. This is the point where your business stops growing because you are the only person who knows how to do everything. Your tribal knowledge, the unwritten rules in your head, is currently your greatest liability. For years, documenting your processes was the task everyone avoided because it felt like writing a textbook for a class nobody wanted to take. But in 2026, ChatGPT Canvas has fundamentally transformed the standard operating procedure, SOP, from a static, dusty document into a living, breathing executive engine. Today, we are breaking down the 1,600-word blueprint for building an entire business infrastructure in minutes using Canvas. We will explore the onboarding handshake, the skill multiplier training docs, the protocol-driven hiring workflow, and the outcome-based delegation system. By the end of this video, you will move from being the chief everything officer to the system architect of your own empire. The institutional memory, architecting onboarding docs. In 2026, your onboarding document is the cultural handshake of your organization. Most businesses fail here because they give new hires a 50-page PDF and a prayer. With ChatGPT Canvas, you are building an interactive navigation map. You aren't just telling someone where the files are, you are encoding your company's DNA. When you open a new Canvas for onboarding, your first prompt should establish the contextual North Star. Tell the AI, act as an operations director. We are building a first 48 hours onboarding guide for a new multimedia editor. Document the software stack, the communication hierarchy on Slack, and our quality over speed philosophy. The Canvas UI allows you to build this in real time. Use the Suggest Edits feature to ensure your tone is welcoming but authoritative. A pro-level onboarding doc in 2026 includes a success checklist for day 1, day 7, and day 30. By using the formatting tools in Canvas, you can create a clear, scannable hierarchy that allows a new hire to find answers without interrupting your deep work. This isn't just a document, it's the removal of day one friction. It ensures that every new team member starts with the same level of institutional memory that took you years to build. The skill multiplier, engineering training documentation. The most expensive process debt you can own is a team that has to ask you, "How do I do this?" twice. In 2026, training documentation has evolved from long-winded essays into micro-learning modules. Using ChatGPT Canvas, you can turn a messy transcript of a Zoom recording or a series of rough bullet points into a technical training manual in seconds. The secret here is the sequential logic of the Canvas workspace. When you are building a training doc for a specific task, let's say color grading for client deliverables, or database migration protocols, you must use the layered prompting technique. The skeleton. Paste your rough notes and ask Canvas to create the step-by-step logic. The agitation. Ask the AI to add a troubleshooting section. What are the 3 most common mistakes beginners make at step 4? The polish. Use the reading level slider in Canvas to set the document to an 8th grade level. In 2026, clarity is the ultimate flex. If your training doc is too complex, it won't be used. If it's too simple, it's useless. Canvas allows you to find that Goldilocks zone of information density. By the time you finish, you have a module that allows a junior employee to perform at a senior level, effectively cloning your expertise across your entire organization. Hiring in 2026 is no longer about gut feelings, it is about pattern recognition. Most founders waste dozens of hours interviewing candidates who were never a fit to begin with. You can use ChatGPT Canvas to build a hiring engine that filters for talent before you ever hop on a call. Start by drafting your ideal candidate persona in a Canvas. Don't just list skills, list attitudes and outcomes. Once that is established, ask Canvas to architect the candidate journey map. This includes the job scorecard. What does success look like in this role 6 months from now? The vetting prompt. A specific technical task the candidate must complete to prove they aren't just AI optimizing their resume. The grading rubric, A standardized set of criteria so you can compare candidate A and candidate B objectively. The power of Canvas here is that you can highlight a specific requirement and ask, give me 3 interview questions that would reveal if a candidate actually possesses this specific trait. This turns your hiring process from a chaotic search into a disciplined protocol. In the 2026 labor market, the best talent wants to work for the best systems. By documenting your hiring workflow in Canvas, you are signaling to high-level players that your business is a professional machine, not a hobby. Delegation is the hardest skill for a founder to master because of the interpretation gap. You say, I need a better report, and the freelancer hears, make it prettier. In 2026, outcome-based delegation is the only way to avoid the revision loop. You must use ChatGPT Canvas to define the definition of done, DOD, for every major task you hand off. In your Canvas delegation doc, you should have 3 distinct sections. The context. Why are we doing this? Who is the audience? The constraints. What are the no-go zones? What is the budget, the deadline, and the forbidden software? The acceptance criteria. A checklist of 5 to 7 items that must be true for you to consider the task complete. Use the Final Polish shortcut in Canvas to ensure there is 0 ambiguity. In 2026, the AI can even help you predict failure points. Ask the Canvas, based on this delegation doc, where is a freelancer likely to get confused? The AI will highlight the vague parts of your instructions, allowing you to fix them before you send the email. This turns you from a micromanager who checks in every hour into a director of outcomes who only checks in when the definition of done has been met. This is the ultimate freedom in 2026, knowing that your business moves forward even when your laptop is closed. The transition from worker to architect requires a shift in how you use your tools. In 2026, you don't just talk to ChatGPT, you command the workspace. Step 1. The brain dump. Use the voice mode on your phone to narrate a process while you are doing it. Paste that messy transcript into a fresh canvas. Step 2. The structural edit. Ask the AI to identify the core logic and turn the transcript into a formatted SOP. Step 3. The stress test. Use the highlight feature to ask, what happens if step 3 fails? Document the contingency plan right there in the side panel. Step 4. The distribution. Use the copy or export feature to move the doc into your company's 2026 knowledge base, Notion, Google Drive, or your internal wiki. Step 5. The feedback loop. As your team uses the SOP, they will find gaps. Highlight those gaps in the original canvas and ask the AI to refine for clarity. This iterative process ensures that your documentation is never outdated. It grows as your business grows. In 2026, the companies that win are not the ones with the most hard work, but the ones with the best systemic efficiency. The final verdict for 2026 is simple. Documentation is liberation. If you are still doing the same routine tasks every Monday morning, you don't own a business. You own a high-stress job. ChatGPT Canvas is the bridge that allows you to cross over from daily grunt to visionary leader. It takes the chaos of your creative mind and organizes it into a series of repeatable, scalable protocols. Thank you for watching this 8-minute deep dive into building SOPs in minutes. I have put my 2026 Master SOP template and a guide on outcome-based delegation in the description below so you can start scaling your operations today. If this video helped you realize that you are just a few well-documented processes away from total professional freedom, please hit the like button and subscribe for more reviews of the tech that is actually giving us our lives back. We will see you in the next one as we continue to systematize the future together.